Good morning. Good morning, good morning. It is so good to look out into this sanctuary and see the faces of the All Souls family that we haven't seen for a very long time. The Mellows are here. We're so glad that you are. Nikki, you're here. We haven't seen you in so long. And then to see people who are here for the first time. It is a joyful morning when we know we are about to sing together. How many of you knew you were going to sing this morning? Yes, quite a lot of you. Good, good. It's going to be a beautiful, beautiful morning as ever. One that we need in these days of challenge and worry and anxiety. Not to mention the joy and celebration that is also in our lives. And so we come this morning to nourish our souls as ever, to keep hope kindled, and to offer a welcome to all souls, where all souls are welcome. You and you at home are joyfully called to worship. I invite you to rise in body and or in spirit, and we will begin this singing Sunday with what else? Come sing a song with me. Each other hope, and one of the ways that we do that is to greet each other by offering a greeting of peace, the passing of the peace. If you are here for the first time in the online pews, I invite you to let us know in the chat so we can welcome you properly. And if you are here for the first time in Unity Hall, we are looking forward to welcoming you. If you would raise your hands, we will not overwhelm you, but we will welcome you. First timers, we see you. We see you here. We see you shyly raising your hands back there. Welcome all. Peace be with you. Let us make a joyful noise. We begin, as we do each week, by acknowledging that the land upon which we live and worship this morning is that of the Nahantic, Mohegan, Mashantucket Pequot, and Eastern Pequot people. They are, of course, the traditional caretakers of this land, and so we honor and we pay respect to these tribes, to their ancestors, and to their lineage who today uphold traditional practices, art, and education. Sue will light our chalice this morning. The chalice is a symbol of Unitarian Universalism. It is a symbol of liberation and of freedom. And we will speak these words as Sue kindles the flame. We kindle this flame to bring light to the day, our hearts, our souls. We join our voices in song to bring light to the day, our hearts, our souls. We light our chalice and lift our voices as we lift each other up this day. Thank you, Sue. And Jonathan, who is also a worship leader this morning, will light our peace candle. We light a peace candle to remember a place that needs our care and contemplation and prayer. I'm veering from that just slightly because this past week, we lost a giant in the movement toward peace and civil rights in the death of Bernice Johnson Reagan. And so we hold her life close to our hearts this morning, especially as we enter into an hour of singing. And we light this peace candle with this song, and if you know the words, you can join with me. We who believe in freedom cannot rest. We who believe in freedom cannot rest until it comes. Again. We who believe in freedom cannot rest. We who believe in freedom cannot rest until it comes. May she rest in power, and may we be inspired in the weeks to come by her life. Amen. Amen. Sue?
Good morning. You are truly my beloveds. I can't tell you how joyful it makes me to be of some service to this beautiful community. We are going to begin with a reflection, and then we're going to start singing, and we're going to just sing and sing and sing for the rest of the day. Okay. I have a lot of papers here. They are organized in a certain way. All right. Music in some form or another has been part of religious worship since the time of the psalmists. Hymns with their rhyme and rhythm, their poetic imagery, their memories and associations are embedded in our individual thinking and our communal worship. They are an integral part of heartfelt worship. So let the people sing. Our UU hymn books represent who and what we are at a given moment in history. Because ours is a living faith, we sing a living tradition, one which must constantly change if it is to continue to reflect an accurate picture of our religious community. Decades before the Unitarians and Universalists united as one expression of the Free Church, they collaborated on a common hymn book, and it may be that the sharing of those theologies and sensibilities helped lead to the ultimate union. Hymns are chosen not simply for the message in the words, but for the feelings that the melody and words together allow us to experience together, thus building an experience of community. I believe it is a mistake to choose more than one hymn in any given service that is not familiar to us, no matter how relevant the conscious message of the words may be. To experience the bonding and joy of communal singing, we must be able to relax the cerebral dominance and allow ourselves to have a deeper experience. Familiarity allows that to occur. We sing for calming and serenity. We sing for courage and hope. We sing for wisdom, and we sing for the pure joy of being alive together. Let us sing for all these reasons together this morning. And this is my personal reflection. When I was a little girl, we went to church every week, the Flanders Baptist and Community Church across the street from Flanders School. First, I'd be downstairs for Sunday school and then upstairs for the worship service. Both my parents sang in the choir, so I would be sitting with my much-loved Grandma and Grandpa Lewis and trying to pay attention to the many words being spoken by our minister, the one who baptized me at 13, who married me 4 years later, and who conducted the funerals of my parents, my grandparents, my aunts and uncles, and now my cousins. We had no kindergarten in East Lyme in the 1950s, so I didn't learn to read until I was 6. But I had memorized a lot of hymns by that time. Rock of Ages, Onward Christian Soldiers, In the Garden, Faith of Our Fathers. Anybody familiar with these songs? Anybody else grow up as a Protestant? And my Grandpa Fuffy's favorite, How Great Thou Art. On Sunday evenings, Fuffy would listen to a lovely radio program called Lights Along the Shore, which featured such hymns and short readings. It was comforting and loving at their house always. My mother sang around the house, not just hymns, but songs we heard on the ever-present radio. When I was 3, my brother started school, and it was just my mom and me at home. I loved to sing with her and later to sing all the Browdy and Girl Scout songs. I left that little church at 15 years old and didn't go back to attending church until I was 23, with 2 little boys whom we thought should have some idea of the Christian teachings that had informed our values. This small United Methodist parish in Uncasville became a new community for our little family, and I joined the Sunday school teachers and the choir. A new minister arrived 2 years later and brought with him a whole new set of ideas for worship and for expressing our faith in the world. We moved the pews to the outer periphery of the sanctuary and sat in a circle of folding chairs that created a community able to see and read each other as we spoke, listened, and especially sang. The organ was given a rest, and the pianist played occasionally, but mostly we sang accompanied by Eric's beautiful Gibson guitar. And the hymns we sang were the hymns of the 1960s and 70s, celebrating social change, freedom of thought, and calling for peace and justice. Those hymns composed and or sung by Joan Baez, Bob Dylan, Peter, Paul and Mary, Cat Stevens, etc. In this period, I became a true believer that change could be affected by a small group of committed people moved by a yearning for justice and informed by love. I asked for a guitar for Christmas, and it appeared beneath the tree. I was 28. I learned to play everything at first in the key of D, and I kept learning and singing and changing. For someone married out of high school, this experience of true community was very formative, not unlike a good liberal arts college might have provided, but richer. It became clear to me that singing was a prayer form for me, and that the songs we had sung together were important bonds like glue in our community. When I moved to Austin, Texas to accept a fellowship at UT, I left a radical justice-making church and had quite an awakening in the first Methodist church I entered south of the Mason-Dixon line. So, looking around for a place to connect spiritually, I joined a women's spirituality study group at the First Unitarian Universalist Church of Austin, and I soon felt right at home among these good folks. Upon graduation, I moved 40 miles south of Austin to lead a women's center in San Marcos, and I found a little UU fellowship there. I formally joined the UU tradition when I returned to Connecticut in 1997 and spent 12 precious years with the community of the Unitarian Society of New Haven. While we sang from the UU hymnals, we also performed as a folk circle at the 9:15 service. Music just kept leading me to be with my people, and here I am with you for 8 years now. It is my hope that my spirit comes through the music I choose and keeps us all connected in the deepest of ways. Blessed be. So, we are going to start with that wonderful round, Come, Come, Wherever You Are. It's song 188 in the hymn book, if you wish to follow the music. We're going to sing it in 2 parts, and John Dean, my co-collaborator this morning, is going to be leading part 2, which starts at the number 3. So if you're looking in the hymnal, just don't be concerned about that. Just watch him. Okay? So we're going to sing it through together once in unison, and Bill will play the melody. And after that, we're going to divide up in parts. This will be part 1. This will be part 2. And we'll sing it through 2 times complete. Okay? More than pretty good. I think it was unique and special. Thank you. All right. The next song that we're going to sing requires of us some perspective, I believe. And if I find the right page, I'll be able to do that. Here it is. We're going to sing hymn 149, Lift Every Voice and Sing. Often referred to as the Black National Anthem, Lift Every Voice and Sing was a hymn written as a poem by NAACP leader James Weldon Johnson in the year 1900. His brother, John Rosamond Johnson, composed the music for the lyrics. A choir of 500 school children at the segregated Stanton School, where James Weldon Johnson was the principal, first performed the song in public in Jacksonville, Florida, to celebrate President Abraham Lincoln's birthday. At the turn of the 20th century, Johnson's lyrics eloquently captured the solemn yet hopeful appeal for the liberty of Black Americans. Set against a religious invocation and the promise of freedom, the song was later adopted by the NAACP and prominently used as a rallying cry during the civil rights movement of the 1950s and 60s. Bill will accompany us, and we will sing. We're going to stand and sing proudly. and our land, native land being this earth, who gave us birth and for whom we owe all that we are. All right, getting ready for a new song is hymn number 16. And by the way, I just want to say I was amazed at the power that this room created just now. I'm deeply moved, but I'll try to go on. We're going to do this wonderful Shaker folk song called "'Tis a Gift to Be Simple." This folk song was written in the mid-19th century in Maine. It was popular as a dance tune because within the celibate Shaker movement, dancing was a sanctioned and popular activity permitting both sexes to enjoy each other's company and celebrate life. Dancing was the only condition under which men and women touched in this particular expression of Christianity. Right, so let us sing this beautiful song. I'm going to sing it through twice. Okay? Thank you. I don't think it's ever sounded so beautiful. All right. We're going to be singing hymn 21, For the Earth, Beauty of the Earth. It's a traditional Protestant hymn. If you're using the hymnal, you'll want to be aware that there's a word change in the fourth verse. But if you're just watching up here, you'll be all set because the changes have been made that respect all genders. Okay. I think we're ready for a beautiful song. Life is full of surprises, like singing the fourth verse of a hymn we were going to sing 3 verses of. So we did it, and I was reading from the hymnal, so what can I say? Caught me by surprise. And I'm going to lead one more hymn and then give up this spot to someone who's smarter than I am about music, that's for sure. I'm not sure he loves it more than me. I'm not sure. Although he did devote his career to it, partly so. All right, hymn number 163, For the Earth Forever Turning. This beautiful piece was written by Kim Oler as one of his contributions to the Misa Gaia, Mass for the Earth, composed by Paul Winter, our UU composer Jim Scott, Kim Oler, and others, which was first performed in 1982. I'm hoping that our choir will perform all or parts of the Misa Gaia at some time in the future. All right. Bill, you're on 163. Online pews who've been singing with us. I think we could hear you, actually. And I want to thank, that's all I have to say. Bring my water with me.
Thank you, Sue. It's wonderful. It's up here. It's the first time I'm using a computer to do a speech, so bear with me as I get used to this format. For those who don't know me, my name is Jonathan Dean. I go by the pronouns he, him, and they, them. And so singing hymns and music in general, for me, has always made me feel connected to people, the world, and the spirit creator. I've been a professional in volunteer choirs throughout my adult life and find singing with others to be personally satisfying in a way that solo singing never has. Singing together to relate an emotion, an idea, a celebration, or just to know that we are all united in sharing. In that very moment, songs that evoke memories that my mother would sing in church or at home helps me keep connected to her spirit. We all know the feeling of singing Happy Birthday during 9/11. Sorry, I just had a computer glitch. During 9/11, when we heard the national anthem being sung, that evoked some feelings in us. Or even when we sing this, the trees in the fields to watch the kids go out to faith formation. The feeling of intent is shared and understood as a community. We are together. In nature, singing happens most in a lot of the animal species. Whales, dolphins, and other sea animals communicate through song or clicking. Hearing the birds for the first time in spring, letting us know that spring is here. Hearing the peepers or the crickets on summer nights, or the eerie call of the coyotes in the evening as they look for prey. Animals communicate through singing to select mates, warn of danger, or help to locate each other. It is no wonder that we, as humans, are typically drawn to music in our lives to help share common experiences in our lives. Listening to the tempo and cadence of waves as they meet the shore, or the wind sweeping through the trees are all examples of music around us. Our connection to the earth, the world, provides music freely for us to help us understand where we are on this journey called life. Singing together is a group process. We sing together matching, hopefully, the same tones, same rhythms and tempos, or pace to be united as one for a fleeting moment which helps us connect in that time and place together. That is why I find singing in choirs and hymns at church very comforting. I know that I'm connected to you, and to you. We sing united like the peep frogs in the summer do, strengthening our bond and our commitment together. It's sort of a musical covenant. In our next hymn, Go Down Moses, we can see the connection from the past to present day. I was very fortunate in my youth to sing with Dr. James Furman. He was a mentor of mine. He was an African-American composer and a choral director. Thought I had something there. He called me Mr. Energetic. I called him Jim. He taught me about the significance of African-American hymns in our American music history. The form of the hymn comes originally from Africa. Drums from one village would send messages to other villages to alert them of ceremonies, danger, weather, or celebrations. This form is called call and response, which most of you probably know, which is represented in most African-American spirituals. The call will be repeated twice. First, to get the alert of the person's ear, and the second, to pass the message. And the response would be from the listener back to the caller. This music style must have been comforting to slaves in the New World, who were ripped from their families, beaten, sold, and unfamiliar with the language, to comfort each other in these most traumatic times. The call and response would be utilized in the field to help send messages back and forth, and also to keep each other safe and informed. It would make its way into songs of faith and freedom. Call and response bridged homeland to slave, African-American to a new Christian religion, and would continue to serve as a reminder of our past. Jim would say to me, "Sing it out, mean it. It matters to sing these songs." I was so privileged to have him as a mentor in my formative years. Even much popular music of the 20th century uses the call and response. So please sing it out and mean it. Songs connect us to time and to earth. The time of year, like the peep frogs in the summer, or our geographical location by the types of birds chirping. The hymns we sing today are from the 17th to the 20th century, and poetry from the 12th century. The familiarity of these tunes help us keep connected to our past. It holds together as community of faith and belonging. So those amongst us that believe they cannot sing, perhaps you're pitch impaired, but that's not why we sing. We sing to hold each other as one. So if this is your first time singing today, hooray! Make horrible sounds, make mistakes, but please join in if you're willing and understand the experiment of singing together and feeling the power of unity through song. Please join me in singing hymn 104, what I call Go Down Moses, but what the hymnal says, when Israel was in Egypt's land. And sing out for Jim. Thanks.
Let
I think Jim would have approved. The next couple of pieces are a walk into contemplation, songs that focus on stillness. So I'm not going to say much in between the two. So if you'll join me in singing Blessed Spirit of My Life, number 86 in our hymns. The next is number 83, Winds Be Still. The next song, My Life Flows On in Ending with Song, was thought to be a Quaker hymn, but it was actually written by a Baptist minister. Robert Lowry wrote this piece. And one of the verses I always go to when I'm really feeling it. In most calm, while to that rock I'm clinging, while to rock that clinging, always brings me back to earth, back to settling in and being centered. So let's enjoy 108, My Life Flows On. Thank you. Our next hymn, Love Will Guide Us, number 131, is a Unitarian hymn. And in researching this, it says, don't sing it slow, but sing it with lots of energy because it's zombie-like if you sing it slow. So let's not sing it slow.
How about we rise to sing it?
Rise to sing it. Yes, that's awesome.
I invite you to be seated. Thank you so much, Sue and Jonathan, for curating this hymn sing for us all. Good way to start a Sunday. We turn our hearts to a spirit of generosity. This Sunday is the Sunday that we give all our money away. This Sunday to the First Parish of Kingston, as I shared last week. Their church, their sacred space was vandalized some time back. So as a show of solidarity and to help them through this difficult time financially, this Good Neighbor offering will be for them. Let us say these words. We give to First Parish Church of Kingston. To be good neighbors, we support work that creates the greater good. With this offering, we remember to extend our reach beyond these walls. And if you brought pasta today for food to the people, this is a good time to bring it forward.
For all that you have shared and all that you have sacrificed, thank you. And on behalf of our siblings in Massachusetts, thank you. Thank you. This morning, I'm going to first turn on my microphone. This morning, we are going to commission, to formally recognize and to encourage on their way the leaders who have been part of the Interfaith Covenant Initiative. This is the faith-based organizing that we have been involved with, getting off the ground for the past 3 years in solid progression. And now we lift off within this congregation the next step, which is one-on-one conversations, relationship building, first among the council and the board, and then it will continue through the rest of the congregation. I hope that you saw the weekly news last week. Charlie and Suzanne and Judy and Linda all wrote something together to better inform you of what is happening. So I'd like to bring forward Suzanne Colton-Carey, Judy Kermsey, Linda Sargent, and Charlie Schott. Come on up. These are the 4 leaders who went through the 6-week training that prepares them and then us for bringing together what will be a coalition of faith communities. So far, there are just under 20 congregations involved. We are expanding that. And in time, these one-on-one conversations will become house conversations with more people involved. And through that process, all of the congregations, including All Souls, will decide which issues we will tackle together as a strong, powerful group of people of faith, all committed to whatever the issue is that is decided upon together. So it's very much from the grassroots up. It's very exciting. So I know that you will join me in thanking and congratulating these four for doing all the work that they have done so far. And I trust that when you are called upon to enter into these conversations, you will enthusiastically say, yes, I will. Yes, I will. So thank you all very much for all the work that you have done. Thank you. Thank you. This is a very exciting time for all of these congregations and for All Souls. I'm so grateful for your hard work. That was really fun, right? Interesting. It was great. Yeah, they will tell you about it. All right, we will end, of course, in song. Our final song is Blue Boat Home. I invite you to rise in body and/or in spirit. In our canon, right? So fortunate. Jonathan will extinguish the chalice while we say these words together. Our worship has ended, but our service is not yet done. May our spirits be renewed and our purpose resolved as we meet the challenges of the week. Our chalice flame is extinguished until once again ignited with the strength of our communion. For those of you in the online pews, I invite you to hold your heart as you reach out to the world beyond your screen. And those in Unity Hall, let us open our hearts by raising our arms. Come sing a song with me, and I will give you hope where hope is hard to find. I hope in those moments when hope is hard to find, that you sing one of these songs or others that bring you comfort and keep despair at bay. Despair, the tool of the oppressor. May it not be one known in this space. Go in peace and come again with great joy. Amen. I invite you to be seated for the postlude.
We're going to sing.
Number 388, if you'd like to sing along.
There are, of course, announcements. And here they are. Poetry Circle is going to take place today in the Vail Library. There isn't a theme in these summer gatherings, so bring a poem that you love, and Charlie will have extras if there are those of you there without poems but you'd like to read. Elder Journey is this Thursday. It's a class trip. If you haven't made a reservation, let me know right away. We are going to the Lyman Allen Museum for a private tour of the Tiffany exhibit. Our stained glass window that had been in our historic building now lives there and enjoyed by many. So we begin with lunch here at noon as usual, and then we will carpool over to the museum afterwards. But again, if you haven't made a reservation, please let me know so we can adjust. Next Sunday, volunteer opportunities. Pride at the Beach is in August, and we set up a table, All Souls does. This year, we are doing a book giveaway. Judy Bain and I had a really good time getting together a bunch of kids' books and young adult books that relate to pride and to LGBTQIA stories and issues to give away at the beach. So we're really excited about that. If you can volunteer, there are 2 shifts that still need coverage. There is a link in the weekly news where you can sign up, or you can approach me afterwards and let me know. We also give away homemade cookies at that table. We are in competition with the Lutherans, who really go all out for this. And 2 years ago, I was like, we are not going to be outdone by the Lutherans. So we need cookies. We need people to staff those tables. And if you can do so, let me know, or go on to that sign-up genius in the weekly news. Death Cafe is going to be next Sunday after service. Those of you who would like more information about that, Lynn Tavermina can tell you about that. I don't think John is here today, right? And neither is Reverend Katrina. So I know you're not your husband's keeper, but you can share a little bit more information about that. There you go. You can learn from that. That's been going. Raise your hand if you have participated in one of the Death Cafes. It has been such a wonderful program. Those of you who haven't yet done so, you might want to think about it. It's a great thing. Next week, Jonathan and Erica Harger are going to be offering the reflections, and Reverend Katrina is the worship leader. I think that is everything. So good to see everybody. Welcome table for those of you who are here for the first time over by Lid, if you want to learn more about All Souls or Unitarian Universalism. Yes, Casey.
Yesterday, Buttonwood Farms. It's the sunflowers for
Make-A-Wish.
For Make-A-Wish. It's $3 to get into the cut your own, and it's $3 per stem, and every single penny of it goes to Make-A-Wish.
Thank you.
That's why I'm wearing the shirt today, and they
There you go.
ice cream.
Yeah. The ice cream's really good. Okay, that's everything. Good to see everybody. Goodbye to those of you in the online pews, and we'll see you all next week.